Hi everybody, I'm Tony Finn, and thanks a lot for checking out the latest video from Gravity Films, How to Ride a Wakeboard. This movie will really teach you how to ride. Check out the tricks, check out the technique, and check out the style. But most importantly, learn from the maneuvers in this video and take it to the water. Ride as often as possible, have a great time behind your boat, and go big. Getting up on a wakeboard is super easy. Here's national champion Donna Warren showing us how it's done. The main things to remember when getting up on a wakeboard are to 1. Keep the board in front of you. 2. Bend your knees as much as possible. 3, and this is the killer one, let the boat pull your upper body forward. Look how much she allows her body to go forward right here. Then, as the boat accelerates, push your back foot underneath your butt. Stay low and stand up as the boat accelerates. It's that simple. Here's Gator going for a flying dock start. The main thing to remember on the flying dock start is timing. You got to make sure the rope is tight and the boat is moving forward when you jump off the dock. It's pretty difficult, so we don't recommend this unless you're an advanced wakeboarder. Now here's Byerly going for a sitting dock start. This is the simplest start there is. Just put your feet in the bindings and charge. Now if you happen to have a slide on your lake, just sit on the slide and do the sliding slide start. Do not do this unless you're wearing a helmet and are under full-on adult supervision. Once you've learned how to get up on your wakeboard and jump the wake, both front side and back side, it's time to learn some grabs. Now we're going to dissect one grab. This grab is the melon. Nice poke. To do a melon, you got to grab with your front hand on your heel side behind your front foot. The main thing to remember is get a good angle into the wake and get a nice pop off the wake. Pull the handle in so you don't get too much slack, and make a grab and stick it and hold it. After you've done some grabs, it's time to learn some 180s. Nice form for Donna Warren on a real simple air to fakie. The main thing to remember is to keep your head up and pull the handle towards your hip. What we're trying to do in this video is to show you all the different variations on a theme that you can do. Look at all the different styles of 180s that you can do. Blindside, wrapped, nose grabs, everything. You can do different 180 grabs on a wakeboard. Check out CC Roberts as he comes into the wake. Good angle into the wake. This is the key to big air. You got to have a good angle coming in. Nice poke, nice grab, and then just flip it to fakie. Here's Scott Byerly going for a very unique 180. Byerly approaches the wake in the wrap position. Grabs method, and then lands fakie. Once you've done a few 180s, it's time to go for 360s or helicopters.
I'll carry the torch, feed out my flame. Love is the hardest word for me. It knows my name. And your spirit comes through me like a silent sword and leaves its score inside. When I know comes the time I take a chance.
Here's Scott making a nice approach to the wake. Look how even his body is positioned over the board, and sick poke there while he's grabbing slop. Nice handle pass. You always got to pass the handle at the same point in the small of your back every time, and then spot your landing. One of the funnest things to do on your wakeboard is surf the wake. You can hit it, you can carve it, or you can slide it. Whatever you do, it's up to you. Your own style has a lot to do with how you actually ride the wake, whether you're coming from a snowboarding background, a surf background, or a ski background. Surfing the wake is the root of the sport of wakeboarding. The body over was originally a trick ski trick, but Scott Byerly has brought it to a whole new level, doing it on a wakeboard. The most important thing to remember is you really got to pull in hard on the rope to make sure that you give the rope enough slack so that you can make your entire rotation over the rope. Also, once you get good enough, you can even add a grab. Notice how Scott just pulls in super hard on the rope. Kicks his legs up, gets good clearance over the rope, and lands it. .540s are super hard. It's extremely difficult to do. You got to be a major spinner to be able to nail your 540. Here's Scott Byerly coming in the wake, toe side. You got to be really even over your board and keep your access smooth. If you're stylish, you can even stick a poke in there. And the handle path needs to be in the small of your back as always. Keep your access smooth, spot the landing, and nail it.
This is going to be an entirely new experience.
Here's Scott going in for a back to front 540. This is going in switch stance and landing forward. The first roll or flip that you will learn will be the back roll. Here's Rich Coforth charging at the wake. He's got a good angle into the wake and gets an extremely nice pop off the wake. His rotation is clean, his stomach tightens, the rope is in tight, and as soon as you have the opportunity, spot your landing. The next roll that you will learn will be the front side roll.
City's on heat, red alert attention, you know it's on the street. Cold blue, the city of the dead, sirens in the night with the lights bloody red. See how we do this, see how we ride. Throw a break like the fuse, dodge a bullet, duck inside. Must got this day, hammered on my brain, branded with another.
When approaching the wake for your front side roll, it's important that you approach the wake at a good angle. You got to get good pop off the wake. Look at Rich on his front leg there getting really good extension. Then throw your head back. Allow the natural rotation of the board to help you continue the roll. Spot the landing and keep your head up. And it's helpful to let go of the rope with your back hand. Also, bend your knees to help you finish the rotation and absorb the landing. Once you've landed your frontside and backside rolls and are comfortable landing fakie, you're ready for rolling to revert. The natural rotation of the board actually helps you land this trick. Here's CC Roberts showing us how it's done on a backside roll to revert. You need to get a good solid carve into the wake and start your rotation early. The key here is letting go with your backhand. This helps you complete the rotation and land the trick. Front flips are very difficult. They're a lot more difficult than rolls because the board is going end over end and not side to side. When you're doing a front flip, start your edge easily and progress as you get closer to the wake. Make sure you keep your edge all the way to the top of the wake, and once you get in the air, keep the handle nice and tight. Flip the board end over end. Open your eyes so you can spot your landing and bend your legs to absorb the shock.
I try to love mankind and I try to do what's right, but I can't do anything. Get it done with the stand of my life. Gotta even form, all you need is a band. Get out of my way, get out of my way.
Half cab rolls are a really beautiful trick. They're very similar to rolls to revert, except that you're taking off fakie and landing forward. Plus, during the roll, you can do all kinds of grabs. As soon as you take off from the wake, let go with your backhand so you can make the grab. Allow the board to rotate so it will go back to the forward position, and bend your knees a lot so you're not overreaching for the grab.
Every night it's a subtle life that feels right. Boy, I just can't talk about it now. Let's go to 7-Eleven. It's big as black and it's better than breakfast. Incidentally.
Inverted airs. This includes air railies, air crips, hoochie glides, and a couple other ones. But right now we're going to concentrate on air railies and crips. We'll get to hoochie glides at a later segment. For all inverts, the most important thing is that you really have to carve super hard into the wake so that you can have enough speed to float the trick. Look at how hard Scott Byerly carves the board into the wake, setting up for this air railie. That's very, very important. The one we've chosen to show you actually looks like he's gonna do a crip. See how the board's coming down in the fakie position, but right before he lands, he switches it and lands a railie. Air crip. Again, huge, strong angle into the wake. Bust it big, floats it out, keeps the handle low, and keep your eyes facing forward, and then lands it fakie.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
Hoochie glides and orientals are inverted airs where you actually grab the board and tweak it while it's over your head. To do really big hoochie glides, it helps if you're using a Skylon and you also go for it on the double up. And here's Gator going for a hoochie glide. A hoochie glide is where you grab the board method, and during an oriental, you grab the board Japan. Here's Scott Byerly going for an oriental. Nice hard pop off the wake, and notice how he keeps the handle nice and tight and lets go with his front hand in order to make the grab. Then he pushes the board behind him, slightly arches his back, and when he's ready to land, he lets go and gets the board back down flat. Tantrums are super fun rolls where you can show a lot of style. A tantrum is basically a laid out type of roll where you throw your head back to start your rotation. You can grab them for extra style. Tantrums are definitely tricks that you can go big on. Here's Brandon Meek going for a nice, smooth, laid out tantrum. To do a tantrum, you really need to have nice, big pop off the wake. Gator really utilizes the double up on this tantrum. He keeps the rope nice and low, does a nice grab there, spots his landing, and completes it. He's so high he almost biffs it, but Gator busts him big and he pulls it off. It is the most technical trick there is in the sport of wakeboarding, and I only know about 7 or 8 guys that can pull off Mobiuses consistently. You're not going to land this trick way far out into the flats, and you really need to be in control. So just start your cut into the wake about 10 to 12 feet outside the wake. Gradually increase your edge as you come into the wake and get a nice pop. Now right here, it almost looks like he's just going to do a roll to revert. But as he gets around 3/4 of the way through the rotation, he releases his front hand, which allows the board to continue on the rotation, make a complete helicopter, and Scott Byerly lands a Mobius. Here's Scott Byerly on a switch stance Mobius. It's such a nice trick that we're going to show it to you twice. You can hardly tell if Scott's goofy or regular.
Funky is the word.
The goal of this movie is to show you a lot of different styles and a lot of different tricks. Don't be bummed if you can't do some of the maneuvers in this video. These guys are professionals and they ride every day. Whether you're a water skier, a surfer, a skateboarder, or a snowboarder, it doesn't matter. Just get out there and ride. And if you've never been behind a wakeboard in your life, just get out there and go for it. If you get out there and get stoked on wakeboarding, the makers of this movie will be so happy, and you will be too. Thanks a lot for your support.
Took his money, that's why I left him dead on the